The Chinese will stop at nothing to secure their investments in Obor. Reports say they are talking to Baloch leaders to cut a deal with them. No surprises then that Beijing may be trying to meddle in Kashmir too. A minister in the Jammu and Kashmir government claims that China is assuming a much bigger role in the valley and that the Jaish-e-Mohammed, the terror group behind some of the biggest attacks on Indian soil, has been practically adopted by Beijing. Speaking to an Indian daily, the minister Naeem Akhtar said, and I quote, "The Kashmir issue is not limited to the fight between India and Pakistan now. There is another major factor involved. It is not Pakistan alone, it is China too." General Bipin Rawat said, "The army is ready to fight on both fronts, but there are not two fronts anymore. Now it is one single front circling around from Bhutan to Arunachal Pradesh, Ladakh Valley to Jammu, Sri Lanka and Maldives. It is all one front. Pakistan and China are not separate." Raising a red flag over the growing militancy in the state, Akhtar said it was due to support not just from Pakistan but also China. Akhtar said it would only be a matter of time before the youth who indulged in stone pelting in Kashmir took to guns, possibly sponsored by China. This is not the first time that China has been accused of protecting terror groups like Jaish-e-Mohammed. Beijing has repeatedly blocked moves to blacklist the terror group's chief, Masood Azhar, at the United Nations. China's protection of Masood Azhar is only one component of the Chinese campaign to provide all-weather ally Pakistan its diplomatic support. Chinese authorities consistently try to undermine all Indian attempts to officially name Pakistan as a state sponsor of terrorism on international platforms like BRICS or the Heart of Asia Conference. Joining me on the broadcast is WION's Kashmir correspondent Khalid Shah. He is joining us over the phone line from Srinagar. Good afternoon, Khalid. Now a minister from the Jammu and Kashmir government talking about the bigger threat, China, and also the fact that Pakistan and China are actually in cahoots when it comes to fomenting terror and trouble in the valley.
Well, yes, indeed, the spokesperson of the Jammu and Kashmir government, who is also a close aide of Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Mehbooba Mufti, has come out saying that China is up for a bigger role in Kashmir and that they have virtually adopted Jaish-e-Mohammed terror group. Remember, he also kind of talked about the growing China-Pakistan axis and its strategic implications that it might have in Jammu and Kashmir. This is indeed a big statement coming in from the Minister of Jammu and Kashmir. Previously also, we had seen a similar statement coming out from Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister. Last year, she had talked about China's role in Kashmir trouble, where she didn't mention explicitly the details of what exactly she meant. But it is indeed constant and a common standpoint of the Jammu and Kashmir government, in which they have quite many times said that the China is kind of upping its ante against India and has some sort of involvement in Jammu and Kashmir as well, particularly when it comes to Masood Azhar, who is a known figure in Jammu and Kashmir, who is the head of Jaish-e-Mohammed terror group. Remember, he was indeed involved in that plane hijacking as well, after which he was taken to Kandahar and released. So clearly this is a big worry for the strategic standpoint of India, where China and Pakistan now seem to be coming together to kind of corner India as far as Kashmir is concerned.
Also, Khalid, is this a lone voice as far as the Jammu and Kashmir government is concerned, or do we have more legislators or politicians in the valley who believe that China and its collusion with Pakistan is now getting worse as Pakistan continues to create trouble in the valley?
Well, it does seem like the Jammu and Kashmir PDP, People's Democratic Party, is indeed in line with what the minister has said, because there have been no murmurs coming out from the party as yet. But the opposition, on the other hand, has indeed ridiculed the minister, saying that it is well beyond his domain to talk about matters related to foreign affairs, and he should have let the central government do the talking. But sources also indicating that this might be a deliberate strategy to kind of have a voice from Jammu and Kashmir talk about this important issue than someone from the central government. So clearly the state government is indeed coming out and putting out in open the role of China that is possibly seen in fomenting trouble in Kashmir.
We'll leave it at that for the moment. Khalid Shah, thank you so much for joining us with those updates.